too long ago, 10 years or so ago, I remember that was the statistic, are employed in the debt industrial complex to some degree. Financial services I'm talking about. Okay, their job is to put other people in debt, not themselves. That's how they make money. Those numbers make them whole that they extract from you. You get how that works? And this insurance business, I mean, what kind of a racket is that? I told my car insurance agent a long time ago I was going to be nothing but gravy because I don't crash my machine. I keep it mechanically sound. So I'm paying for other people's reckless driving. I'm pure gravy. I have been. I've proven myself right. I knew what I was talking about. I believe 99.9% of all automobile accidents are preventable if you're cautious. If you don't assume just because you have the right of way that you really have the right of way, you drive defensively, the vast majority of accidents can be prevented. But do I get a discount on my insurance for prescribing and living by that credo, that philosophy of driving? Hell no, I don't. You understand how this thing works? So it's a big scam, and I'm sucked into the scam, and I don't like it. I don't like my currency being debased. I'm not raising everybody else's cost. Well, I'm going to keep up with the Joneses. I'm going to raise the cost for my services. I'm just going to advertise more and more and more, and I'm going to get some fancy signs, and I'm going to borrow a bunch of money and get some nice vehicles so when I show up at their house, people will think, oh, yeah, my gardener is somebody. Look at, he drives this nice truck. He's got these nice employees and all this nice equipment. And he just, he's the cream of the crop. In terms of gardeners, my landscaper's the best. Okay, that's what people want because it's perception. Perception is reality to them. So they don't want some guy driving up in an old vehicle, right? What will the neighbors think? I'm not keeping up with the Joneses here. I get how it works. I understand all this stuff, and I don't like it at all. I get the scam. I get people that are greedy. They want more of a market share. And people think, oh, it's so wonderful. I do business with this big company and all this, not knowing they're cheating their employees. They're not paying them a fair living wage. Does anybody have any idea what minimum wage would be like today? If it had kept up with the cost of living, if every year there was a commensurate cost of living adjustment for minimum wage workers, do you have any idea what minimum wage would be like to be commensurate with the buying power 50 years ago of $1.50 an hour? Do you have any idea what minimum wage would be? I'll do the math with you. It's been done. It's at minimum $30, $40 an hour. Okay, you could be a homeowner. Your wife could stay home and take care of the family. You could comfortably pay your bills on $1.50 an hour. And now it would take 30 to 40 or more per hour to do that. That's the reality. That's the mathematics. That's the reason. That's the logic I'm trying to convey to people. Listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. So don't tell me I don't anybody. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I come off arrogant. I'm sorry. I don't want to be arrogant. I don't want to be self-righteous, but I am indignant. But I'm not mad at anybody listening to me unless you're evil, unless you're part of this problem. But that's it. It's antithetical to just understand how antithetical it is to solve the problems, to actually dry up to extreme, desperate poverty, to see crime plummet, to see a kinder, safer, gentler society, people going to work with a bounce in their steps, with a song on their lips and joy in their heart. Okay, to see greater productivity, greater, higher quality productivity. To be free, to see hope, a light at the end of the tunnel, to see your currency steadily increasing in worth, to see that wealth disparity dissipate, not by making people poor, but by making us all rich, all of us prosperous and free. To see the dubious war dissipate, dry up, and blow away. All these problems, I want to see it all go away. The debt, the national debt, I want to see it go away. I want the problems fixed. And they can be fixed if we understand these things. If we come out of Babylon, come out of confusion, come out of ignorance, stop burying our head in the sand, stop prescribing an ignorance is bliss philosophy. Turn and repent. Turn to God for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It'll be revealed to you if you ask for something good. If you want to live by logic and reason and purpose, okay, and you get it, and you say, yes, I understand I'm a part of the whole. It's not just about me finding a way out of this mess. It's about helping others to find a way out of this mess. It's about going for the root of the problem and turning this problem around. I see it as clear as the nose on my face, folks. I see what they've done, how they've done it, and who's doing it. Who are the purveyors of this misery are. I know who they are. All these highfalutin politicians. They're sycophants for the money printing class. Those that own the copyright, the patent to the money, to this power and this control over the affairs of men and the policies that are created and are shoved down our throats. Okay? And I can't stand it anymore. I'm desperate. I'm like a deer panting in the desert for relief. I want the worm to turn so badly. I want things to get better for those that need things to get better the most, those that are hemorrhaging out, that are literally dying from this nightmare. Literally. Okay, the suicides, all this wreckage, the emotional wreckage, the fear people are living in, the broken homes, all this stuff. Every evil under the sun is attributable to this monetary madness that's been shoved down our throats. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse as we are unable, impotent to confront it because so many people are in confusion. They're too comfortable, these Laodiceans. They say, I'm well healed. I'm not feeling the pain directly. My numbers look good, so I'm going to keep on going on this. That's it, man. I can't. I'm going to stay in my comfort zone. And that's how it's going to be until the end of the age. I mean, so many people, they're going to be caught with their pants down. They're not going to understand. They're not even going to want, people don't even know what heaven means. Heaven is a perfect place. Let's dissect that term. Let's define what it means. Is that an ideal place or is it not? Should we or should we not be working for an ideal world? A utopia, if you will. Should we not be? Should we compromise? And who says we should? And how should we where should we compromise? Who should decide? What's wrong with being idealistic? Why? If I'm a nuts and bolts, logical, practical guy that's willing to do the math with you, and I say, look, money's the whole problem, so we got to get away from money. So how do we wean ourselves off the junk? Well, here's how we do it. I'm telling you how. So why would you listen to me or somebody else that tells you to listen to me or to do these things that we need to do to confront this problem, to extricate ourselves from this mess, to turn this thing around? What is fighting the good fight? Let's define it. What does it mean? Well, that's probably enough pontificating for today. I guess the big message is that the good fight has to do with the God fight, and we can all be involved in that, and should all be involved in that. And understanding the difference between secular definitions of words and divine cosmic definitions of words. Like Jesus telling us that we should store our treasures in heaven, where neither rust nor moth destroys, and where thieves don't break in and steal our stuff, okay? Where it's permanent, everlasting treasures. And those treasures are you and I. We are what the good fight is all about, is fighting for your fellow man, is fighting for yourself. So it's, at the end of the day, it really is not only a selfless thing to do, but it's a selfish thing to do, like living by the golden rule and treating others the way you want to be treated, thinking of others the way you want to be thought about, speaking to others the way you would like to be spoken to, and behaving toward others in the manner you wish to be behaved toward. And understanding we're all in the same boat. We're just one civilization, and that we're all really brothers and sisters, one big family, and we've got to live like that. And if we do live like that, we will please God, okay? And we will therefore find happiness, because He is the benefactor, the grantor of happiness, is our owner, the Creator God Almighty. And we've got to accept the responsibility that we've got big shoes to fill. And as much as we are created just a little lower than the angels, we have a duty, an obligation, a responsibility to be representing God properly, reflecting Him properly, her, God, them, okay, our Creator, our owner properly. And to go out and win treasure, win souls for God's plan. And in the meantime, we got to fight against the evildoers in this world. That's where we are at this point in eternity, because I believe life is a continuum. I don't know where my soul started or began, but we all existed at one time in the heart and mind of God. All of us exist there from the beginning. We were all part of God from the beginning, so we're eternal souls. And this is a continuum. And this planet, this realm, is where we are at this point in our evolution. It's our path, our trajectory through time. This eternity that we talk about is this right now on this planet. And fighting the good fight means speaking out against the evil in this world, the injustice, even if it's not your own. You've got it all the more. We should care, okay? If you want to be right with your owner, with your creator, then you've got to give a damn. That's loving. That is loving, is caring. You can't not care about somebody and say, oh, I love you so much. No, you've got to care as if their pain, their created suffering, unnecessary created, invented suffering they're going through is your suffering. Okay? And I'm not referring to natural disasters. That's across the board. That could affect any one of us at any time. I'm talking about the stuff that's avoidable, that's preventable, that's unnecessary. I'm talking about the money-based suffering or lack of money suffering that's going on in the world. We don't need to have poor people anywhere in the world anymore at this point in history. If there's plenty of food, and which there is, nobody can prove me wrong. If there's we can create plenty of water by creating more water filters. Okay, everybody in the world could be drinking clean, safe water. Everybody in the world could have plenty of food. Everybody in the world could have an excess of safe shelter to live in, comfortable shelters all around the world. This is what we could have right now. That's a fact. Nobody can prove me wrong because I'm speaking truth. I'm speaking the fact. This is what we could have. We could have an end to dubious warfare. Sure, we'll go march off to a just war, but not any of this BS where we got 20 guys a day taking their own lives. No, we're not doing that. No, we don't need a national debt at all. We can remain completely in debt. We can be a sovereign nation, always in the black, and increase those numbers in the black all the time through productivity. None of it. The money would have no hold on us anymore. That's a reality. We could have a very low crime rate, very low, minuscule. It'd be just like in the days of old when they had demon-possessed people. They had to tie up or shackle up, chain up, or imprison. Okay, it'd be just like that. There'd only be a few freaks out there that would commit crimes. It's all about money, folks. It's the root of not some of the evil, all of the evil. The words of Christ himself. The love of money is the root of all the evil, because you got these money lovers that love it more than you, and they're willing to do anything, and they'll commit genocide at the drop of a hat, okay? All right, I guess I'm going to move on to current events from this past week. Stephen Colbert blows. Can't stand that guy. He repulses me. Just want to put that out there. Get help, Stephen. And all these people are very successful. You see, I criticize somebody, oh, but he's very rich and successful. I can't give a crap. Are you a nice, decent human being that speaks truth? Or are you just a puppet? And a puppeteer? Because so often that's what the puppeteers are. They're also puppets. They're puppets of the puppeteer above them in this pyramid of puppetry. That's the way it works. So I got your number, Stephen Colbert. You make me want to vomit. You get to walk under the giant vat of vomit while I pull the string and give you your fair dose, okay? That's your penalty. Wiretapping at the Trump Towers. Now it's been proven they were tapping Manafort. Of course, Manafort was talking to Trump. So yeah, Trump was being wiretapped. Proven now. And everybody said, oh, nonsense, ridiculous, absurd, preposterous, could never happen. Oh, he's making stuff up with no proof, no evidence. Meh, meh, meh. And now, indeed, yeah. So, Y'all make me want to vomit, all you mainstream media puppets and puppeteers, deceivers, minions, minions of Satan. It's what you're doing by maleducating people, malinforming people. You're on the highway to hell. You know that. Okay? So, I'm your best friend.